Ladies and gentlemen, we move swiftly on to match number 2 on tonight's card, and it is also in the men's light heavyweight division, a truly intriguing matchup of national champions. I will start by welcoming this first man, who is the best from the Oceanic region. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the overall champion of Australia, Lachlan, the Anvil Adair! Lachlan, the Anvil Adair, waits at the table for the introduction of this man who needs no introduction anywhere in the world of arm wrestling. He is a national, European and world champion, and he's making his return to the promotion. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from and representing Ukraine, welcome Petro, Marharint!
Right, here we go, match 2. King of the table, 14th, right-handed, the best. 3 out of 5, and my goodness, I am about to be joined here shortly from Mr. Ryan Bowen, who is going to straight fanboy my man Lachlan Adair this whole match. I went up to Lachlan Adair earlier, asked him, what is your game plan, young man? I was recommending him to stay far away from this man's arm. He said, Travis, I'm going right at him. Here we go, round 1. Lachlan Adair looking very good. Athletic, definitely has gotten that water weight back. A tremendous cut here before this match. And I do believe that my advice should have been warranted a little more. It was very clear how good. I believe that this match, you can talk about one of the feature matches in here. Someone asked me, does Nugo have any chance against Matt Mask? I said, just wait until we see exactly how match 2 goes here. Does Lachlan Adair get handled arm to arm? If he does, some respect needs to be put on Nugo's name. If Lachlan Adair runs right through Petro, well then we can understand why Matt Mask would have such a fabulous day when it comes to Nugo. But after round 1, it is clear to me that Petro is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. Arm to arm, Ryan Bowen. I don't know if you witnessed this on your way up here, but your boy just got a wake-up call.
Well, no, to be honest, I didn't see it, but by the nature of the scoreline, I'm assuming it was quick, but here we go now. Petro and Marharint, Lachlan Adair, round number 2. You can see that the knuckles are high, the eyes from Lachlan, glaring into his opponent, but calmness so far from Marharint.
Ryan Bowen, you did not do the 30-second breathing session that is required.
Better start there from Lachlan Adair. This time the open top roll. He's got the hand and wrist in control there, off to the strap there. Much better. Lachlan Adair. Here we go, there's some hope.
I spoke to Lachlan earlier, Ryan. I was mentioning this while you were making the journey up from the bottom floor to the commentator booth located here on level 2. And I mentioned to Lachlan, I'm like, listen, this guy's got a ton of endurance and a crazy arm strength, especially in the bicep area. I recommend maybe you stay away. Let's try to top roll, stay outside of this young man. And he told me, Ryan Bowen, verbatim, I'm coming right at him. I'm stronger than him.
Well, there we
From
go.
the looks of round 1, he found out that was not the best option.
Yeah.
Now, round 2, he 100% outside move runs. We've gotten to the strap, but it seems to me like Petro is super strong, and it's maybe time, Ryan Bowen, to put a little more respect on this man's name.
Petro Marharint, you can see there, very nice posture there. Good, strong knuckles up position. Lachlan there looking for a low hand top roll. We'll see what happens there. This time, again, elbow foul on Lachlan. Okay. Strap comes off there. Lachlan wanting to re-strap it. I think you're spot on there, Travis. I didn't see or witness round number 1, but from what I'm seeing here, there's a much better balance now between these two athletes, with Lachlan looking to top roll and Petro looking to control. This one, interesting stuff. See where it goes.
You know how sometimes when a mother comes to a crime against maybe an accident, one of her kids are involved. Sometimes it's best, Ryan, that you didn't see what happened in round 1, because it was brutal. Complete 100% commitment, inside hook pressure, and it wasn't very close. Now it's obvious. Petro now is hunting Lachlan Adair, who is exiting, running from the situation, trying to stay outside and get away from this tremendous side pressure.
Okay, here we go, round number 2. There's the start, but Petro Marharint gets the pin by the looks of it. Side pressure is too strong, and Lachlan Adair unable to get any purchase into the hands. We'll see if we get a replay on that, but from what I saw, Petro Marharint, great hand control, maintains it throughout the side pressure. Lachlan Adair leaning back into the strap, but just unable to get that pronation to affect the wrist flex.
Yeah, and not to draw anything from this match, but on the left, Matt Mass over there coaching the great Lachlan Adair. Because listen, nobody wanted this match to be closer than Matt Mass. This proves that Nugo is a bad dude and was up 2-0 against Petro before that endurance and that hook took over from Petro. Listen, this class is loaded, just like the rest of the classes here. King of the Table, East-West promotion is such an extremely high level of arm wrestling.
Yeah, Petro Marharint, you see him there looking very calm and collected in his corner. He's up 2-0. He's earned that right to be in this position. And he knows he's got Lachlan on the ropes. Lachlan's searching for an option. So far, we've seen only a little bit of hope in that top roll outer straps where Lachlan had hand control for a moment, but as soon as it got strapped up, it was definitely one-way traffic once again. Petro Marharint just getting the blood out of the arm there with some squats. You can see the replay there, definitely a pin. As Lachlan Adair and Matt Mast talking exactly about the low hand top roll. Not the specialist move for Lachlan Adair. He's usually much more comfortable being the man that contains his opponent and forces it in, but he's quickly learned that that's not the approach that's going to work tonight as he's searching now. And Petro Marharint, all calm, all business so far.
It's all you, man. This is it.
Round number 3 here, Travis. This is the do or die moment for Lachlan Adair as he steps to the table. He's got the good side of the buckle if that's going to help him, but we'll see.
Well, I can tell you this. I've been accused of being a hometown guy when it comes to the United States Arm Wrestling. But I have. For you to see some silver lining in this, Ryan Bowen, is absolutely amazing. And what it shows, Lachlan Adair, is you have an extraordinary amount of love for Lachlan Adair.
Here we go. Anyway, round number 3, outside of straps. Let's see if Petro Marharint just intends on slipping, or will he look to get this kill outside of the straps? Lachlan Adair looking straight with the eyes of his opponent. Petro Marharint looking down at the knuckles for the control. Knuckles are high from Lachlan, where more lower hand and coverage from Marharint, who gets that coverage, but The open arm top roll Lachlan's sufficient to get the slip. But if you're a Marharint fan, I'll say it, Travis, he's in control, that's for sure.
I apologize with the facial expressions, Ryan Bowen. This is our first time working together. You do not have to respond to these ludicrous looks that I am giving you. Listen, Lachlan Adair is in an absolute brutal situation here. This guy is controlled, balanced, his poise is absolutely extraordinary. And listen, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that he's a lot stronger. And that's the very important piece when it comes to arm wrestling.
No doubt strength is the ultimate factor in this sport. Technique will take you so far, conditioning will take you so far, but horsepower at the end of the day is the biggest elephant in the room. And at the moment, Marharint is showing that he has more horsepower than his opponent, Lachlan Adair, who is searching for a small opening somewhere.
Right now, Lachlan is millimeters.
Don't pull.
All right, a bit of advice there. It is small little adjustments there that could possibly change things. Here we go. Any way for Lachlan Adair to dig himself out of here, this will be the round that it must happen. Here we go.
Bring his wrist down.
Lachlan wanting the wrist straight.
Well, do it.
Lachlan there firing up, he's trying to get that energy in. Marharint maintaining that poised control. You can see the slightly lower hand position from Marharint. He trusts his wrist flexion. He trusts his ability to contain the rising back pressure of Lachlan Adair. Lachlan desperately looking to take the hand and wrist.
Shoulders good. Don't move. Thumbs down. I close you first. Go over.
Here we go. Tense moment here in round number 3. There's the start, Marharint with hand control. We've got a King's move now. That was going to be Lachlan Adair's first King's move on the professional stage. He says he'd never do it, but that was what was coming, Travis.
It's not only was it coming, it was 100% in the arena. And listen, it's going to continue here. And listen, did you see the compromising of the hand and wrist of Petro? Hey, sometimes desperate times ask for desperate measures.
Here comes the Lachlan Adair King's move. It's there, it's in, and it's got a different shot, but it's a second foul. He's going to be disappointed with himself because he had something there to talk about. But Marharint, too good, 3-0, takes the victory.
On that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Petro Marharint, your winner tonight. Petro, in a sport that is dominated by visceral excitement, you look super calm. Every time we see you arm wrestle, your face is completely stoic. Was that as easy as it looked?
В спорте, которые все такие заряженные, постоянно агрессивные, ты постоянно такой спокойный, лицо спокойное, и это было настолько легко, насколько это выглядело.
На самом деле это не было так легко. Ну, немножко технически мне было неудобно бороться, поэтому как бы неудобство получилось.
It wasn't as easy as it looked. It's some technical issues, some technical uncomfortability, but tried hard. It was not as easy.
Lachlan is an evolving force in the sport, and he threw the kitchen sink at you. Came at you with every angle, was even looking for a King's move in the last round. What did you expect from him coming in here? Did you expect the techniques that he showed you tonight?
Лаклан сделал все возможное, все, что мог. Даже в King's Move под конец пытался уйти. Ты ожидал такого? Вот как ты думал, как бой пошел?
Я вот, кстати, King's Move я и ожидал. Я никогда не боролся ни с кем, кто борется King's Move. И, честно, до конца поэтому я и говорил заранее, что не знаю, как он поступит до конца. Но я ожидал King's Move, да.
I was expecting a King's move. That's what I was talking about, that I didn't really know what to expect, but this is what I was thinking about. I just wasn't really sure about it.
And last question, Petro. Obviously, this weight division is stacked with talent. So many dangerous arm wrestlers. And you've already had a great win here against Nugo Shikadze. Another one tonight. Who's next? Who's in the crosshairs? Who would you like to face in your next match?
Ну, категория сложная, людей очень много. Предыдущая победа была невероятная. Нуго Чикадзе, сегодня еще одна в копилку. Кто следующий? Кто под прицелом?
Я, конечно, хотел бы со всеми перебороться в 105-й категории по очереди. Ну, у меня должен был состояться в 2022 году с Тодд Хатчинсом. Я думаю, если бы в этом году это состоялся таки, было бы неплохо.
You know, of course, I would like to pull everyone back to back to back, but in 2022, we were supposed to pull with Todd. So I would be very happy if that could happen this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, massive round of applause for your winner in impressive fashion tonight, Petro Marharint of Ukraine.